House. University of Johannesburg. University of Johannesburg. Johannesburg CBD. Looking at the Central College in Johannesburg. So Johannesburg Central College. As you can see, Johannesburg center is full of like large buildings. The infrastructure. Johannesburg is a very busy city. As you can see, even cars are passing by here. Even during the pandemic, our cities are still quite busy, and we can see that we have quite a lot of buildings here. As you can see, we also have our McDonald's here, and behind it there's quite other buildings following it. It's a very busy city. And we're still circling around the building of Johannesburg. As you can see, the University of Johannesburg is also one of the we have like the building is quite huge. This university, it's centered right in Johannesburg. We're still circling around the University of Johannesburg. And then right around it we can still see Vodacom. Around the Vodacom, you can see there's still behind there's like a lot of buildings, a lot of infrastructure surrounded by it. Below it you can see the garage. We have the garage there, and you can see right around it, look at the large buildings that surround all the Vodacom building.
Sometimes you just take video, you don't talk. If you got nothing to say.
Our infrastructures have been improving over the years. As we can see that we have good roads on our way. We can see that our buildings are good, well formed. Over the years, the government has improved infrastructure. And this is our, we're moving towards our bus stands. As you can see, this is where usually our bus stops and the bus collects people over here. This has been one of the most improved infrastructure over the years, as you can see. Now we're entering Joburg CBD, our most busiest places in South Africa. As we can see, even during the pandemic of the coronavirus, there's still people roaming around the streets. It's very busy, it's noisy. It's more noisier during weekly days. Well, today's like mostly a Sunday. We can see here our city is still busy. People are going about their business. The main city of Johannesburg here. Right here we can see save the markets around here. Usually these markets are usually quietly packed, but today, because usually on weekends it gets quieter as time goes by. As you can see, also we still have large buildings here, and we can see our Rea Vaya buses. And then we more nearer Johannesburg Park town. We're still moving towards the CBD. We're still in the CBD of Johannesburg, still moving towards one of the busiest area in our town, moving mostly towards markets. And usually here in Johannesburg CBDs, we have a lot of buildings, a lot of infrastructure here. This is our busiest town. As you can see, moving cars, moving trucks, all ahead in the heart of Africa, South Africa. As we can see, all these buildings around here, we can see taxis, buses, all these are just a sign of how busy our town gets. During the coronavirus pandemic, I think the town has gone quieter, and as you can see, it's a bit more tidy. Usually this area here is quite busy, full of people. So we're moving towards more building and more buildings and more infrastructure. People usually move from rural areas to come here into the heart of Johannesburg, because this is where all companies, all the markets, everything is just here in this busy area. Look at more infrastructure. Our infrastructure is quite good here. I'm showing you a good view of one of these two buildings right here. As you can see, I'm giving you a good demonstration of companies and their buildings. I think here we're looking at where cars usually park here, and we're looking at more larger buildings here. These are companies, and behind it usually are like students accommodation buildings here, campuses that surround it. As you can see, the city is quite very silent at the moment because of the coronavirus pandemic. So over the years our infrastructures have improved.
Johannesburg, South Africa. Now we're moving towards Johannesburg Stadium, which is called Ellis Park, one of the most famous rugby stadiums in Johannesburg, South Africa. Johannesburg Stadium. This is one of the main entrances.
Due to coronavirus, international stadiums have been closed, so we can shoot into
This is China City opposite Johannesburg Stadium. It's a shopping center. And as you can see, we're driving towards Ellis Park Stadium, one of the most famous stadiums that is used to play rugby. Johannesburg, South Africa. This is Ellis Park Stadium, one of the most famous rugby stadium used in South Africa. And as you can see at the moment, it's so quiet around the area due to the coronavirus. Ellis Park Stadium, Johannesburg, South Africa. This is Johannesburg Stadium. As you can see, this is one of the main entrances, and due to the coronavirus, as you can see, the stadium has been closed. No social gatherings are allowed at the moment. This is Johannesburg Stadium.